Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Nana here, also known as Judy Allan in San Antonio, Texas. So today we're going to be making a slimline card with our paper pumpkin kit. So yes, we're going to add some cardstock and we're going to add some coordinating cardstock that's recommended on the back of the paper pumpkin instructions. So I'm believing everything's working today. Facebook seems to be going just fine, but I'm recording it just in case so I don't have to do things twice today. How about that for agenda? So with that, let's go down the hands and let's get started, right? It's Friday, we've got the weekend, got the holidays approaching on us. Got things to do, right? We always got things to do. All right, so a slimline card is nothing but like a card we're going to put in this envelope here. Now, Stampin' Up! Used to have some slimline envelopes and they were skinnier this one, but I'm going to show you how you can make your own, what we call a slimline card to go in a legal size envelope, all right? So the first thing to do, and we're gonna use stuff from in here, and we're gonna add a couple extra things too. For sure, cardstock, right? And this is what we made last time. This was so fun. Let me just set that aside, and let's do some measuring, okay? So this envelope, just to let you know, is right at 4 1/4. So let me write these down for us. It's 4 1/4. Yes, so if you missed bingo last night, we had fun. Holiday bingo was for customers and my team. So this is 4 1/4. And then we're going to measure it down here to 9 1/2. All right? Now, and the reason why that's important is, and keep in mind, this is live, so there's other people here besides myself, so I can hear stuff in the background already. So anyway, we're dealing with 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. So whatever we create is going to have to be just a smidgen smaller than this, so it'll fit in the envelope, right? So we could sit there we could do a 4 1/8, or we could even do a 4 if you prefer that. But you could do a 4 1/8, and we could also do a 9 3/8. Okay? So all we're going to do is we're going to take our paper trimmer here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to measure some paper. So this is what our finished, so this is going to be our finished, this is what we want our finished card to be, okay? And hold on just a minute. I'm going to remind somebody that I am live, so I don't know if I can put this on mute or not. My love, just let you know I'm live, and it's picking up everything you say. Okay, I was able to put that on mute by just tapping the microphone off, all right? So the thing is this is what we need the finished card to be to slide into the thing here. So all we're going to do now is double it, all right, for our card base. Card base is then we're going to double this. So this is going to be 8 1/4. And then this one isn't going to double because this is going to be the height, all right? So we don't have to worry about that. We just need to know how our width is. All right, so if you don't really know it, our cardstock is just like standard paper, right? It is 8 1/2 by 11. So what we're going to do is we're going to first cut it down by 1/4 inch to get to, so this is our 8 1/2. We're going to cut off 1/4 inch to get down to 8 1/4, because we're at 8 1/2 right now. So these lines here are every at 1/4 increments. So we're just going to take 1/4 inch off there. All right, then we know the height's going to be 9 3/8. So we're not doubling it because we're not folding that in half, right? So we just need this to 9 3/8. So we got to take 11 minus 9 3/8. Now my math is really going to challenge me. Let's see here. So we're going to do 11 minus 9 3/8. So yes, so if you're doing math, this would be 10 8/8 minus 9 3/8, which will give us, we need to cut off 1 5/8 inches, okay? Is what we need to cut off. All right? They're right there for you. Math, yes, math is good. All right, so we're just going to cut off 1 5/8. So I can do it from either side because we have 1 inch on each side. So 1 5/8, 1 4/8 is 1 1/2. So we just have to come 1/8 over. I feel like we're going to be sewing, because sewing, a lot of the stuff done in sewing is done 5/8 of an inch, right? So we're going to come over to 5/8. There you go. Alright, so you can see here, as I get my envelope back, we are right within a smidgen, okay? You can see just barely a smidgen. That's all we need is a smidgen, okay? So I'm going to put the envelope aside. Now, last thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half, or we can score it at 4 1/8. So here's our 4 inches. Here's a half, a quarter, half of that is 1/8. So that's where we want to score. Alright, so we have officially just made our own slimline card base, okay? So if you want to check it to make sure, right, before you start decorating it at all, make sure you can slide it in there. Okay, there you go. So you just found out how you can take, personally you can take any envelope, right? Any envelope you want to use. That's all you got to do is go and measure the envelope, take it down about 1/8 of an inch, and account for the width and the height, right? So there we go. All right, so I can put this aside for the moment. We'll use it again in just a moment. Well, we will right now, because the next thing we'll do is we're going to add paper to this. All right, now, so this doesn't come with a kit. These two items do not come with a kit. So this is some leftover paper I had, and this is actually some cardstock that's recommended on the back here. So one of the colors, they said that they're coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. One is Poppy Parade. So that's what I got here, right? Poppy Parade. It really matches the stockings really well. So I chose that one. So we already know that this is, by our notes, that our finished card is 4 1/8 by 9 3/8. Okay? So if you want to sit there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to a 4 inch by 9 1/4, and I'm going to do it with a candy cane paper here. All right? So I need 4 inches. This comes in 12 by 12. This is a little penguin paper. Let me look at my notes again. All right, so I need it at 4 inches. Let's see there, 4 inches. All right, I'll put that aside, and then we're going to cut this down to 9 1/2, 9 1/4, because this is 3/8. So we'll just take it down 1/8, and then make it 9 1/4. You can always check my math. Feel free to do so. I had to do poems last weekend, and analyzing poems. All right, so let me show you how this is going to look. It's going to look just like this right here. I'm just going to lay it here for the moment, because now I'm fixing to take the Poppy Parade down. So let me write the notes down for you on this here. This is the candy canes is 4 by 9 1/4. Now, the reason why I'm writing that is so once we do this other, if you don't like it, you can size it down, right? Now, so the Poppy Parade, I'm going to size down smaller, because I really want this to make this color pop, right? This next to the white is just fine, but I'm going to make this pop in the middle here. So I'm going to size this down. I'm going to take it to a Poppy Parade. I'm going to take it down 1/2 inch. Because it's just going to make it stand out, okay? So this is going to be 3 1/2. And I'm going to take this down by 1/2 inch. Oh my gosh, so now I'll have to have a quarter, and a quarter is not 8 3/4, right? 2 quarters make a half. All right, so this paper is already at 8 1/2 inches. So let's just use the paper. Let's make it 8 1/2. That'll make life easier. All right, let's just take it down 8 1/2. All right, scrap that. We're gonna make this 8 1/2. But I want to keep my proportions right, so I'm taking it down a quarter, so that'll make this 3 1/4. And I'm just going to do this one because the reason is the paper's already there, right? It's already at 8 1/2. And I have the right to change my mind, right? We always have the right to change our mind. Okay. And I didn't measure the ornaments on here. I was so focused on my paper and wanting this to really pop. So you can see how you get to still see the candy cane paper, but then I've also got my Poppy Parade. Now let's see here, now that I've done this, Oh yeah, they'll still fit. Yay! I was wondering after I did all that. Okay, I do sometimes wonder after I change plans, change ideas, how's that going to work, right? So I'll just move the Post-it notes over. So yes, it was fun. So yes, and this morning I got to have a breakfast date with the love of my life. A breakfast date. I have to say that's the first time we've actually had what we call a breakfast date. Now I've turned the paper over, but see that would be real pretty too. But that's not what we're using. Let me get this right across my hand and I'll get that going. So yeah, it's Friday. It's actually drizzling here. The plants will love it. It's going to be like 68 to 70 degrees today, which is cooler than what we've been having. We have a cold spell for a couple of days, but there you go. So yes, it was pretty nice to start off the day with a date with the love of my life for breakfast. And we went to this cool place that's run by a nonprofit. So that was even more special. And the place is very serene. It's very serene. It's woodsy. And it's got a very nice atmosphere. It's got other places around it as well, too, besides the nonprofit cafe. But it's just a very serene way to start the morning. Just very nice, relaxing, and enjoying the company, right? All right, so we just put this right here. All right, now we're just going to take what's in the kit. Now, I want to use these like this here, all right? And now, the thing is, these have holes in it because we sit there and used it to put the pins through there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some tear and tape, and I'm just going to put it on the back side so that little circle won't fall out. So what we're going to do is just flip it over. So this is just a little tip for you. So if you want to do something like this and on your concern that's got something punched out, just put some tear and tape over it, like this. And we're just going to leave that there. That's going to be hidden. But the thing is, it's going to be secured to the tear and tape. And I wanted to be able to put these down here and do this. I wanted to use these like little panels, right? And we're going to sit there and put them up on dimensionals. So we're just going to take another little piece. And we're going to actually do at least 3 of these on here. I don't think I can get much more besides that on here. So we're just going to do that, and I'm going to do them all blue. So this blue, if you wonder what color this color is called Pool Party. And there's a reason why I wanted to use it, because I want to see if we can tie this all in, right? Some beautiful colors, some fun colors for the holidays. Let me see if I got another one, blue one already done, or we will just create our own. And that's not okay as well, right? So yeah, I'll just grab another one here. I don't really want a pink one. I mean, I got a lot of pink ones in there. It's okay, but we do the pink one something else. We still have a couple of weeks before we get our new kit, so we'll still be using this one to make alternatives. It's not over yet. So, I don't know about you, but have you got your Christmas shopping done? Because I have not. I hadn't really began. I have a few things I've gotten, but really hadn't done any serious shopping. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and let's line these out here. We'll paste them out. Now I really wanted to use this blue ribbon because it's just fun. You can cut the little balls off if you wanted to. I was either going to put it at the bottom or the top. If I do it, I think I'll do the bottom, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough space. Let's see here. Just because I want something doesn't mean it's going to work the way I want it to work, right? Okay. So yeah, because I really want to be able to show a little bit of the red down there still, all right? So I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. So this is what we're going to do is we're just going to take these and we're just going to put them right here. Now the nice thing is if I did put this down here, it would cover those little bitty circles, right? I'm going to put this one here. Let's see, those are exactly the same, so I don't want them next to each other. But I do want a third one right here. So we can do this one. Let's see, we have one other one we can choose from. Let me see the other one. The other one, yes, I have extras because I always get 2. Oh, here's this one. I want this one. Okay, I like this one. We could put all 3 in there, but I really didn't want this one. I really like that one better. It doesn't matter, right? It's your card. You can make it any way you want. But I just want to show you, the main thing is to show you what you can do. You make your own cards, right? far as that, we could have just made a regular standard card that finishes off at 4 1/4 by, I'm burning up, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You could do that. Yes, I'm burning up because I sat there and wore this long sleeve shirt so it would look nice for my date. And it was a little cooler this morning. And we already know it's going to warm up through the day, right? So we're just going to put this up here. So now as a result, it's warmed up through the day, and I've still got my long sleeves on. It's warm. All right, we'll just leave that there a moment, and we're going to put these up on dimensionals, okay? So let me get my dimensionals here. And like I said, I usually use what I have left over and save all the stuff so when we have classes or when we do for cards for kids in a hospital, I'll use the extras I have for that. Which just, makes it easier for people, right? Okay, so I can put 2 here. This doesn't matter. I'm just going to put this right in the middle. But I'm just going to do it just a little bit right there. Maybe a little bit toward the top, right? Now we could stamp these. I didn't stamp these because I was more focused on making a slimline card, but it could, right? We could do it just like we did with the stockings when we stamped them. But I was going to do some stamping on the inside. We can get Merry Christmas out here too, because we had leftover, right? So when I sat there and did let's see if I can get these about the same. Right. So the thing is I've got, we have a little bit leftover white from when we trimmed down the white to get it down to a slimline size. So what we'll do is we'll use some of that leftover to sit there and make us a tag for the front of this. So tags are just easy to make, right? You can do it any way you want to. It's all a personal preference of what kind of tag you want. I could have done these on the side too, but I just figured it's easier for me to do them down the middle. It's whatever's easiest for you, right? In this particular case, there's not necessarily a right or wrong. I just wanted the little circle that popped out here at the bottom to be at the bottom. That way, if I wanted to, I'm just sort of eyeballing it, right? I'm not like measuring it, making it perfect or anything. Okay, so let's start with the middle. So we'll line the one up in the middle first. And we're going to line it right there. And we're going to put it up on dimensionals. Right, because putting things on dimensionals makes all the difference in the world when we're creating something. That's what gives it the look you're looking for, is because we put it up on dimensionals. See, now nobody's going to see that. But it holds a little circle that would punch out, because it's already die cut, right? But that's going to hold it in place so it doesn't come out. And get one in the middle here. And I'll just take this right here. So keep in mind, it's like sewing or anything else, right? We got the floor. If you do floral designs or whatever, we sort of hide. Let's see if I can talk. Hide some of our work, right? So that's what we're doing here. Is nobody's going to see the behind-the-scenes stuff because it's hidden. And the only way they know what we did is if they watch the video. Okay? So there you go. So now if I want to put this ribbon down here, it'll be fine. I'll just cover it right like that. Okay? All right, let's get the rest of this on here. I got plenty of dimensionals. So I'm looking at this, I'm going like, I have dimensionals. No lack of dimensionals. So I hope you have some plans for the weekend. I know for us, Friday night is usually game night. But I had to take my daughter for some tests yesterday, and I don't think she's feeling too well today. So I'm not sure if we're doing family game night or not. I'll know later today. But tomorrow, I'm going with a friend to a Red Hat group. Because my friend and her mom are doing, I don't know what you call it. I guess they're holding the function and doing all the goodies and everything and all. So actually I'm going to go and I'm going to go call bingo for them because they're going to play bingo. It's fun. So that's what I have planned for Saturday. Sunday, I'm most probably going to be a bum. We have to have a day where we can relax and do nothing, right? Just refresh, restore. So I call that just getting to be a bum. So being like a beach bum, going out there hanging on the beach, taking in the sun and everything and all. Well, I'm not at the beach, but that's my closest thing I can do. It's all right. This is fun. Like I said, this is DSP, just from the regular Stampin' Up! Product, and it just went really cute with this, and I had it handy, so I grabbed it. All right, I'm just going to put this here, right next here. All right, so we did this right here. So here's our slimline card. Here's how it's going. Now this is a little short, so I actually went and got because I had another roll of it here, and because that way I want to make sure I had plenty. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to come across here just like this. And if I want to, I can easily just you can put ribbon up on a dimensional, all right? Wouldn't you think you couldn't do that? You can. All right, so I'm going to do it just like right across, like right here. Okay? And, you know, if you want a little wiggle room, just leave yourself some wiggle room, right? Just cut a little extra. That's all you got to do. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this end down here. I'm going to put a dimensional under it. And if it doesn't quite fit, that's okay. I'll just trim it down. All right? I'm looking to see if it makes a difference. Looks like that one's a little thicker on that side. So I'm just doing it on the ends, right? Because the fact is that I want the ends to be stable. At least until I get it down, right? So I really wanted my ribbon to be sure to go down to the end, right? And I want it to come across the bottom right underneath these ornaments. That's what we're going to do. And so if you use the dimensionals, right, you don't have to use anything else because the dimensional is going to hold the ribbon in place. At least on the ends, right? And we're going to go right there, and we'll put dimensional down there, and then we can just trim off our ribbon. And then we've got the outside of the card done except for a tag that says Merry Christmas, right? Or anything else we want to put. And that's okay. We'll get there. We're not going to sweat the small stuff. That's the small stuff. Okay. I did get that off, didn't I? Yeah. Alright. I'm just going to make sure we get it right there. Okay. Now I'm just going to trim it off, and it feels like I've got yeah, it's just a little bit over, but it's okay. Alright. So there we get the base of our card that we've made there. We've just used some stuff from our ribbon from Stampin' Up! Because this didn't have any and all. And we have this right here. Now what we need to do is do like a Merry Christmas. And so we're going to stamp here. Now because I used up all of my, trying to think what I have here. So I've already used up all my white. I didn't bring extra white because originally I was going to do it different, but that's okay. We're just going to at least get our Merry Christmas here. And then what you can do is on the inside, oh, it's white on the inside anyway, we're going to actually stamp. So I wanted to actually stamp some of these ornaments here on the inside. Okay? So I've got that one up already, and we need the words Merry Christmas, which is right here. I already can hear the songs I've been listening to. Christmas songs. And I'm going, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I don't know if you've been listening to holiday music yet or not, but I have. Okay, so let's get this stamped on here. So you can see this actually fit just right in here. So it's not like we have to do anything major. We're just going to stamp this, and then we can actually put it on over it. And then we'll add some stuff to the inside here. So I'm getting shadows, so I'm just believing that was just right. Okay, there we go. Alright, and so I'm going to say we were doing bingo last night, so I don't think I have anything to clean with. That's okay. Not going to sweat it. I'm looking around, though, just to see. I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm going to come cut across. Now, if you want to adjust it anyway, size or shape, then just adjust it, right? Okay, didn't look like it quite did it straight. Let's see here. I'll trim it down a little bit smaller. So it's easier if you sit there and leave a little extra on there, right? So that you can trim it down the way you want to trim it. Because if you trim it too much and you don't like it, then you just get to stamp over again, right? So the nice thing about this size is we can actually put this anywhere we want to, right? We can make it look like a tag at the top up here. We could actually do it in between if we wanted to. So it's all about options, right? So it's all about giving you choices and options. I'm just going to put it right up here where it crosses over everything. So the left side is going to be put on with glue. And the right side we're going to use a dimensional. Let me go get that dimensional on here right now. And I'll show you how it's going to look. So it's going to look just like this right here. Okay? So it's going to go across both. And I'm just going to anchor it down on this one side, like I said, with some glue. Right there. Okay? So this way, I've crossed it over all the colors and elements, right? And it just helps pick it up and tie it all in together. Now you can put bling if you want to. Bling is not in the kit, but there's all kind of bling, right? Embellishments you can put out there. Alright, so some of the other things we're going to do, though, that we can do. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off because it's still got a little red ink on it. I don't mind getting it on my fingers, but I don't want to get it on what I'm stamping. Okay? So we're going to sit there and we're going to sit there and put ink on the ornaments. So you can do it either way, right? You can either do like I'm doing, make sure everything's inked up well, or you can turn it over the other way and touch your stamps to it. So I'm actually just going to put some ornaments here. And then I'm going to come over on this other side and do the same thing. So it leaves me space to do the whole to and from, right? And it allows me to put another sentiment right in the middle, which I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but I will put another sentiment in the middle. But the last thing that I want to do that we can stamp on here is, if you saw the stocking that we did last week, see how we took and used some of these different designs right here and put them on the card? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go, so I'll most probably stamp my sentiment. I should do it in red since I did that red. I'm going to, let's see if I've got Pool Party. Pool Party will go great. Let's do some stamping down here at the bottom. So definitely, when you've got a larger card, this is just a few of the ink spots I've accumulated through time, right? So when you get these kits monthly, you accumulate some different colors of ink. Let's see what I've got here. I'm not seeing Pool Party, which is not very nice, because that's what I was wanting. Okay. Alright, then we'll just continue on with what we got. I have another case, but that's the one that's handy. Alright, because I did the green last week. Alright, let's just go ahead and do the bottom then. So we're just going to take, I really like all of these, but let's do the swirly one. I really like the swirly one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom edge first, and then I'm going to come and do the next row above it, right? And I might even leave a little space so that if I want to come back later and put some blue or green in between it, I can, right? Because we have choices with this. This has got several colors for us. We got the dark green right here, shaded spruce. We definitely have with the Poppy Parade. We also here looks like Pool Party, right? So we could easily add any of these colors back here. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put this on, and then we're going to be done. So it's just easy to make. It's just, we've just added a lot of different elements because we can, right? So if you didn't want to even do the whole thing, let's say you don't want to do the whole thing, you want to do it, but you just want to do it, then start in the middle, okay? And they don't have to connect. We made it look like they connected when we did the stocking, and all we had to do is butt it up next to the next one, right? It's just easy to do. You can see the lines through the stamp here. It's more or less watching what you're doing down here, right? Because if I line my card up, and I actually got these little squares, so if you wanted to, you could line your card up with that, because I've got so much shadow today. Because it's overcast outside, so I'm not getting natural light from outside coming in. If anything, it's just showing me that maybe I want to take a nap later or something. Okay, so just keep on in. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to come across the top, and I'm just going to make it look the same, alright? So it might have not connected like I did with the stocking, but that's okay. I can do it however I want to do it, right? Somebody will know that I took the effort to make this card. Yep, this will give us 5 when we do the next one again. Alright, and we're just going to reverse it. And like I said, I'm just going to leave a little space so that I can later decide which color, if I want to do the green or the blue. I do like it here. I can easily put lines in between, right? So I leave myself open for some options. And I leave myself open for options as well too, to whatever sentiment I'm going to put here. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm just going to leave a little space so that if I want to do those lines, I can. So all I've done is just flipped it over, right? And so we're going to come up here. Let me move this here because I definitely can't see through that. Okay, thank you. And I see I smudged it a little bit, but you know, it's just an opportunity for creativity. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll do something with it. I'll try to put a star or something there. They got these little designs in here, like this right here. See how this? It looks like little stars. Now keep in mind, you can also decorate the outside of your envelope as well, right? We're not limited to just our card on the inside, on the outside. We can also do the envelope. But you see, I'll show you this bling I used last week. Okay, there we go. We can add something in between. And we just give it just a little extra touch, right? All from the set. So looky here. See the bling I added last week and I just put in the middle of those little stars? So you could easily do that as well too, right? I think I would do that on the outside maybe, but we could, right? You can do anything you want. So there we go. We've made our own slimline card. We've got our sentiment on here. We've got ribbon that we've added on here. And if you want to adjust that a little bit, just gently pull up on the dimensional. And it'll come up. And then we'll just come and I can adjust a little bit more if I want to. See how I did that? Don't go rip it off. Just gently pull it off. It'll come off. All right, so here's the outside. Here's the inside. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, right? It's all about showing you and teaching you different ways you can use your paper pumpkin, especially taking items from in the kit and how we can set it there and do something else with them, right? So I hope you enjoyed this, and I want to thank you for supporting us not only here, but also on YouTube and Instagram. And with that, have an amazing weekend. Get your Christmas cards done. I've got to finish mine up. And get your Christmas shopping done, right? Get ready for the holidays. Be blessed. Look forward to seeing you next week on Teach Me Nana. Bye.